Ladies and gentlemen, we are live, and it's Wednesday, so you know what that means. It means another AEW Dynamite watch-along, watch party. Call it what you will. We are live for the next couple hours, folks. It's going to be a fun one. We got lots to talk about on the fallout of All In, heading towards All Out. It's going to be a fun Wednesday night. Get in that chat, hit all the buttons, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel-good. Welcome to the Wrestling for Life Network. Let's go! Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream, and it is Wednesday, so it's AEW night tonight. We got lots to talk about. We got lots to dive into. I see that chat filling up already. I want to see triple digits in that chat tonight, so make sure you get in there. Be a friend, tell a friend, and let's have some fun talking some wrestling. The big news off the weekend, obviously being AEW All In from Wembley. Overall, a really good show, or a pretty good show. Had some holes, had some flaws, but a solid show. They pulled it off in a lot of ways. But yes, we got lots to talk about getting into the show tonight. And again, get in that chat. We got some news for everybody out there. We got programming stuff to talk about, and there is a lot more coming your way. But I will remind you, for the next couple hours, you are with me, Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube, the place that runs the face. We'll go with it. It's working. We're running. It's a Wednesday. Hump day in the books. I hope everyone out there is happy, healthy, and safe. Tomorrow, Friday, Junior Friday. The weekend is upon us. A long weekend in a lot of places. So let's go. Let's go. What are we going to talk about tonight? Well, as far as the actual Dynamite tonight goes, Ricochet makes his in-ring singles debut as he takes on Kyle Fletcher. This match should burn and most likely will be the first match of the night. Maybe. Pardon me. Oh, maybe. Mariah May will be heard from tonight. She will talk about her championship win. Swerve Strickland also going to be there. The first time we're hearing from Swerve since All In 3 days ago. A long time ago, but we're finally going to hear from Swerve. Interesting way to put it, but Swerve Strickland will be on the show tonight. Daniel Bryan as well, your new AEW World Champion, does not retire. His career lives on. What is next for Daniel Bryan? Does he have an opponent for All Out? We know Darby's waiting in the wings for Grand Slam. What does Nigel McGuinness have to say about all this? Interesting. We will see, folks. We also got the return of Jamie Hayter taking on Harley Cameron. I thought we'd get a little more for Jamie Hayter, but we'll see. And then, of course, the All-Star with a whole bunch of people that I'm not going to list off. But yeah, an 8-man tag because we didn't have enough of them on the weekend. So here we go again. And an All-Star 8-man tag with the Learning Tree and friends. I'll talk about that in a second. I will take a moment to remind everybody before we go any further. Tomorrow, we are here live. Our previews and predictions for No Mercy, for Bash at Berlin, and for TNA Emergence. Then Friday, the mega stream. Do not miss out on Friday. SmackDown, Emergence, New Japan, and Rampage. So much to get into on Friday. Saturday, Brunch with the Boys. We're looking forward to that one as we will go live from Berlin, Germany, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Wake up, grab your snacks, grab your breakfast, your bacon, and your cereal, and let's have a little chit-chat all day long. It's going to be a party on Saturday. And then Sunday, of course, we have No Mercy. So lots coming your way, lots on the agenda, lots to talk about. So make sure you get in there. Be a friend, tell a friend. We just passed 5.6K subscribers, and we are climbing by the minute. The channel has been on fire, and you guys have been outstanding. And I promise I will get to you guys in a moment, as we're still about 9 minutes away from the start of the show. For those who haven't seen it yet, there was a bit of a meltdown last night. We did post that as a separate video, so go check that out as well. Don't forget, Anthony does have his TNA review on Saturdays as also. And we got more Wrestling Court coming your way. We're working on a new show that we're going to have a little bit of fun with. Lots of change, a lot of new things coming around. As you can see, the channel has a new look. There was a few too many out there that were starting to kind of mimic and, as we say, often imitated. Yeah, no, we're going to move on past that. The All-Star match. Yeah, we'll talk about the All-Stars. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. But let's do this before I run out of time and talk to the people, and see how everyone's doing. But Quidarius, yes, Bennett, what's up? First one in the chat. Easy, good to see you. Follow from AEW this past Sunday morning. May Robert back in AEW, Will Ospreay, and Pac. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. Lots of new faces returning. Rumors about Moxley being around. Rumors about Cole still being close to a recovery. So the question will become, how does Tony Khan manage all the names? How does Tony Khan manage all the wrestlers? Miro apparently is back in the US of A. What that means, I don't know. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome back, Rocco, as well. If the main event is Ishii Page and not Bryan Danielson, AEW's show. Yeah, an interesting matchup tonight. Ishii and Adam Page. Not quite sure where that came from, but hey, why not? We'll see how it goes. Remember, folks, as we do every single Wednesday, we start the night off with hopium. We start the night off with excitement. We start the night off in a good, positive mood. A lot of people were very happy about All In. I know I went on my absolute meltdown last night about the star ratings and such, but c'est la vie. That being said, I think that, again, there's a lot of opportunity here. There's a lot of talent here. You just brought Ricochet into the mix. How will that play out? So, again, very optimistic. We are starting with all the positivity, all the hopefulness. And speaking of that, I will continue to say hello to the people. Roddy, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome back, Dynamite. Best be better than the Raw after pay-per-view. We'll see. Kevin, welcome back. Damien, welcome back. Bonkers, I see ya. Eric, what's going on? Looking forward to the return of Jamie Hayter. Absolutely. Ricochet's in-ring singles debut. Now, I will ask everybody out there, as 69%, 76%, so I'll shut that down. But the overwhelming majority were happy with All In, so that's all we can hope for. Do we have the return of Moxley tonight? Yeah, maybe. And I know some people said, well, why wouldn't you bring him back on the pay-per-view? But sometimes you save something for the show after the pay-per-view. A lot of people will anticipate something happening on a show coming off the heels of a pay-per-view. So maybe that's it. Maybe Moxley's that surprise. Maybe Moxley wants to challenge Danielson. Who knows? What's up, Daniel? How you doing? ABJ, welcome back. Bonkers, Alexis, MDB, the police are in the building. Damien, I got you for like the 6th time. What's up? James and Casey, how you doing? The predictions champion. Congratulations, sir. Your title reign could come to an end very soon. Mike, welcome back. Good to see you. Richard, I got you. Bradley, welcome. Jake, Jake, the original tribal chief. There you go. Good to see you, buddy. Welcome back. Elimination Chambers in the house. Eric Tate's in the house. Proud. Welcome. Rigo. Sup. I hope you're doing awesome. Always doing well. Another night of wrestling, another night of fun, another night with everybody here in the chat and the Wrestling for Life family. So can't complain. Like I said, excited for tonight. There is a lot going on. There's a lot of build. Now you have a very little amount of time to build for All Out. We know nothing about All Out other than Pac and Ospreay. So tonight I expect a lot of brawls, a lot of jumpings, a lot of yelling. It could be a very interesting night as far as what they try and pivot and make happen for All Out in a couple of weeks. Mike, good to see ya. Eco, welcome back. Vance, welcome back. TJ, welcome back. I love it. Don't think I missed anyone. I think I got almost everybody. But now that we are rolling, we are about 4 minutes away from the show. What I do want to do is take a second before the show starts and then remind everybody. Like I said, we watch more live wrestling than anybody else out there. If you guys are new here, or newer here, maybe you don't know this, but every year around Nick's birthday, we like to try and do some fundraising. We try and find a good cause that we can generate some money for. In the past 2 years, it's been men's mental health, something that is near and dear to Nick and mine's heart. But this year, we decided to pivot. We decided to change. This year, we're going to do something that we haven't done before. We are going to raise money for literacy, for the opportunity for children all around North America to get the opportunity to read. We feel like it's a good cause, and the cause may have been inspired by the inspiration behind the t-shirt, but there it is. Now available out there, folks. We have our our new t-shirt. You have two options. You have the light blue logo. You have the red logo. Hoodies, t-shirts, and long sleeve t-shirts. Get yours today. Every penny of profit goes to the World Literacy Foundation. We figured, based on the inspiration of this t-shirt, literacy would be very important. Proper writing skills might be very important. Proper communication might be very important. So, ladies and gentlemen, find the link below for our store. Go check it out and go get yourself one of these t-shirts. We're hoping this is something that everybody can get behind. We want to sell at least 500 t-shirts, so we got a long ways to go. So go get yours today. And I'm back. All right. Now, with all that being said, we have about 2.5 minutes at the start of the show. Mr. Golfer, welcome in. Tonight is a celebration. New champions, big returns, new signees, and QTB, quick term booking. For our trusty friend, Toonie Khan. Yeah, I mean, again, All Out is on the horizon. You have I think Mariah May is going to come out, cut a promo, someone's going to interrupt. I think Danielson's going to come out, cut a promo, someone's going to interrupt. But it should make for a very entertaining night. I'd be surprised if it's not an entertaining night. And I know I can be critical of these Wednesday shows, but I have a lot of optimism for what could tonight bring. Like you said, for a lot of reasons, a lot of celebrations, big returns, new champions, new matchups, new opportunities. So let's go. I predict Ricochet is the first match for the Sheldon bump. I agree. Everybody do what MDB says. Give the channel some love. Don't forget those little emojis at the bottom. Click those while we're live. Those little hearts help us out as well. And again, we are flirting with triple digits. I want to see triple digits. On the weekend, we got to 200. If we could get to 200 every single night, life would be peachy key. Isn't Ricochet versus Kyle Fletcher a little too soon? No, not really. I could see why, but Kyle Fletcher has become like this. Everybody they kind of bring in and sign has to fight Kyle Fletcher first. I understand why they're doing it. It's going to be a really good showcase match. Fletcher's really coming into his own. Fletcher's connected to Ospreay, so people are going to connect those dots. Plus, Fletcher hasn't been booked strong. So Ricochet coming in and beating Fletcher doesn't really change anything for Fletcher. Fletcher is what Fletcher is right now. Hey, yo. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, I don't know if it's too early. Statlander versus Willow as well at All Out announced. There you go, Damien. Thank you for that one. Finally, yeah, well, I think it was because they won the tag team match. So finally, we're going to get the Statlander Willow match. We'll see what that's like. I've been advocating for these two to get some love, and I'm looking forward to it. As ladies and gentlemen, I believe after this commercial, I will have the start of the show. But what else we got? Do you see Daniel Bryan retiring tonight? No, people are talking about his future. I think his last match, and I've been saying this for weeks, Michael, is Daniel Bryan will retire at Wrestle Dream in Washington. As ladies and gentlemen, AEW going live right now, Dynamite. Here we go. We're actually opening with Mariah May. Your neck of the woods, MD. These new overlays are A+++. KJ, I see you, big dog. MTB, I appreciate the love, man. I really do. We just want to keep it fun. We want to keep it cool. And listen, I always shoot from the hip, and I always try and be honest with everybody out in the chat. I always have been. And the truth is, there's a couple of our friends out there who are trying to do their thing. who have seen us be very successful that are now, and I know some of you watch certain YouTubers, but they were starting to look very similar, starting to kind of copy the style. So just when they think they have the answers, we change up the questions. And again, that's not a shot at anybody. That's just facts. So I appreciate the love. We just always want to keep it fresh and exciting and new for the fans. So I do appreciate the love and the feedback. Who do you think interrupts Mariah May? Could it be Shirakawa? Would she go right into a battle with Shira? Or does Tony Storm want one more grab at it? As right now, we got kind of a flat start to the show. Like in the sense of like, where's the pyro? Where's the excitement? And Jon Moxley, and it's not Mariah, it's Jon Moxley. Mox is back. Interesting. Jon Moxley is here, folks. Very emotionless. It feels like we might get a heel turn. We're going to get an angry Moxley. I'm finally here, Mega. That's all that counts. So you made it. Better late than never. Michael, good to see you. If I haven't said that yet. Dynamite card looking solid. Absolutely solid show tonight. Looking forward to what they're bringing. Thank you for those triple digits. Now, if everybody in the chat group finds one friend and they all join us as we jump to 120, can we get to 200? 200 live tonight. Let's go. They can only replicate and duplicate over at the Wrestling for Life Network. We originate. Nick says it best all the time, and I don't want to jump on his little gig, but that's it. Often imitated, often duplicated, never replicated. That's us, and that's what we always want to be. So, I feel a little braggadocious on that, but again, we just like bringing you guys content at a highest level. So when you see people switch up and start adding little screens and stuff, you know who did it first. All 50 people cheer. It's hard to cheer, though, because Moxley's not really coming in with the energy or the vibe. You know what I mean? Like, Moxley's coming in very subdued. Moxley's coming in very quiet. You know, he's not exactly going with the crowd. So, very interesting start to this show. Very interesting start to Dynamite. And Tony is in the ring. Jon Moxley. It's been 2 months, but he just looks morose. So, yeah, I guess we're going to get that a little more of a heel. A little more of a heel Moxley. People have just like a complete personality changes in this company. He's been doing a lot of thinking. It's a little late to go swimming, but you know your mama. He's looking for a man who's not here. What is this? Moxley's showing up, calling out Darby Allin. That is crazy. Darby? What's up, Brandon? How you doing? How you doing? Anthony, sir. As Anthony will be here with us tomorrow night as we go through the predictions. He's looking forward to talking a little emergence with everybody. Oh, wait, Moxley's back. This is weird. Bruce Willis. Yippee-ki-yay. This is not your company anymore. So is Moxley going to do like is Moxley going to lead the revolution? As Moxley chants break out, Everyone's just kind of confused. And they zoom in on the CM Punk. What is wrong with the cameraman? Zooms into the one dude sitting there with a CM Punk t-shirt. Zooms right in. So Renee's in the back with the conglomeration. What a weird transition. And Hook. What the hell is going on? Yeah, weird start to the show. But Moxley comes back with a new attitude. Cryptic, vague, wants to talk to Darby, then basically puts everybody on notice. This is not your AEW anymore. What does it all mean? What is happening? Shane McMahon cometh. Yes! Shane McMahon at All In. And he's got a faction with Moxley and Darby and Roddy. I don't know. Pick other people. As Mark Briscoe's cutting a promo with Renee. Almost at 150, folks. I love it. Let's go. Get busy. I am hoping that this Dynamite is good, but I don't trust Tony Khan. This segment proves it. Might not have been in the way I started the show. If you know Moxley's going to come out with a different tone, I, as the producer, would have the thought of, start the show with some energy, do the Moxley. You could have done that in the second segment, third segment. Even if you're trying to build for something later tonight, might not have been the best way to start the show, especially when you have a guy who went away, and when he went away, you were cheering for him. Then he comes back and everyone starts cheering, and he's just staring at everybody. And so now you're confused without anything behind it. I would have also suggested that maybe if he was going to have a new attitude, he would have come down the ramp. That's another, that would be my suggestion. That if Moxley wanted to show a new attitude, kind of surprise people, instead of coming out the old way, just come out the way he did, but down the ramp. But the opening match will be Hangman Adam Page against Ishii, folks. And if you don't know, we take a prediction out of 10. We take a prediction on every match. We take a rating out of 10 at the end of the night. There you go. I got it. Dun, dun, dun. Why do I not? Huh. Willow is a cutie. Chicago street fight, perhaps. I could see that happening. Not quite sure how Hangman Page ended up in a battle with Ishii here tonight. I think so, teasing Shane. All right, folks. Who else thinks they're teasing Shane? I got over 140 people with me. Get in there. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Is this the beginning of a hostile takeover? I knew Ringsider Anthony wouldn't miss being here for Dynamite. There you go. The Breakfast Club. Street fight. Hook better as a champion. I don't know, Omega. Hook's an interesting case. Shayna cometh. That is interesting. Moxley calling out Darby sounds so random. But he didn't necessarily say he just said it's a long overdue conversation. Evening, Brian. Haven't missed much. John Moxley came out to the ring with a new attitude, seemed pissed off at the world. Said it's not their AEW anymore and wants to see Darby Allin left. That's all you've missed, really. And a Mark Briscoe promo. Backstage. Kevin, as we're starting off, forearms. Johnny Hill, this crowd is dead because you started them off on a weird note. If you would have opened the show with even this, again, it's when you're not clear about the storytelling, Moxley coming out in the manner he did, opening the show was a tricky thing to do. Not my suggestion. Unless he was going to come out and be very clear about his narrative, very clear about what his mission is, then, yeah, there would be no point. That was such an odd opening segment. I agree. Knowing AEW, this Mox thing is going to be a big letdown. Hey, optimism. Don't know what it means, but I'm sure by the end of the night, we're going to have some idea. Remember, Darby's set to be a #1 contender. But Ishii taking out Hangman back up, and both men go head-to-head. I like that the commentary team keeps putting it over. Putting what over, JV? Mox Darby feud could be good. Yeah, but so random. But welcome. It could be interesting. I mean, Mox loves pain, loves to bleed. Darby loves pain and jumping off shit. Doesn't shy away from bleeding. It might be a match made in heaven. They might end up being friends, though. That was a weird first 10 minutes of another shitty Dynamite. Real? We're staying positive, sir. We're staying positive. I haven't lost my mind yet. Segment felt like Jeff Hardy showed up high to match Sting and TNA. Oh, there we go. What the hell is this in ring? Guys, we have literally had 12 forearms, 64 chops, and Ishii no sells again as we go to picture-in-picture, folks. Speaking of picture-in-picture, like I said earlier, if you're just tuning in, we now have our Half Meltzer shirts. All proceeds go to the World Literacy Foundation. Help a great cause. Help us raise money. Help us hit our goal of 500 t-shirts sold. Let's go. Go get it today. Right there on the screen. We could have opened with Danielson, Ospreay, MJF. May would have all been better. I thought they were opening with May. There was a graphic up with May, but I jumped the gun. Yeah, I would have started off the night a little different than that, just because, again, the people are used to cheering for Moxley. When Moxley comes out and he's not playing along, now the fans are just like, what do we do? And they all just standing around, and that's what happened. It was this weird, awkward silence in an arena. You never want silence. You never want silence. Do we get Mox Darby at All Out? That'd be weird. Unless Mox wants Darby's title shot. Mox comes back and says, hey, Darby, I want your title shot, and it's Moxley taking on Bryan at Grand Slam. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. This is terrible follow-up to All In. It's early, folks. I can't believe I'm trying to be the voice of reason, but it's early. But not a good start. The big potato for a loss. I hate that we see these guys and then come in a couple weeks, Ishii will be gone. And you book them every week for like 8 weeks. Are you going to show the SmackDown and Bash in Berlin? Yeah, we show all the shows. We'll be here Friday for the mega stream. 4 shows, 1 night. Yes, the mega stream. It's going to be a fun one. And then we're back for Brunch with the Boys for Bash in Berlin. KJ, what about Hurt Syndicate with Mox? That would be interesting. Again, if you kind of have like a former WWE contingent, but then the Darby thing doesn't make sense. But yeah, maybe. That'd be odd. Jericho booked this match. Fuck. So is Mox still with the... We don't know. It's loose affiliations. That's a part of the problem right now is everybody's in a faction, but nobody hangs around with their friends. Your guess why? I don't know. I don't know why it happens that way. I don't know if any of them are still in the same group. You constantly see people in factions without the factions. Hangman for the win makes sense. It's not a great start, but we only been in for... Yeah. I'm with you, Proud. Let's be positive. Good juju. Let's go. As we're still in picture, and they're still chopping. So that is a little troublesome. I feel bad for Paige. He has to wrestle a stiff Japanese potato head. As we come back out of break, Ishii's up on the shoulders, down on the apron, and hung up on that top rope. Hangman missing the clothesline, catching the second one, though. I just don't know what this match does for anybody. I don't know what we're doing with this match. Hangman Page for the win. Let me know when it's over. Jeez. WWE has factions. AEW has cliques. Yeah, loose affiliations. Like, well, we're kind of friends sometimes. But there'll be times where a guy who has, an entire faction in the ring getting beat up, and not a single member of the faction shows up. As Ishii stuck upside down on the apron. Match is painful. It's slow, guys. This match is stupid. I'm a fan of Moxie's new theme. I didn't catch it. But that's good that they dropped Wild Thing. Is it more like his WWE theme? It adds to my theory, Damien. I forgot. Is there an NXT show Sunday? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are live on Sunday for No Mercy. What do you call Darby Allin who plays with dolls? Barbie Allin. I like it. Anybody have a theory on why Moxley wants to find where? Yeah, they found an effective way to quiet the crowd to start the show. Nothing like that, like post pay-per-view energy, and the crowd sitting on their hands. 2 count. Who other than Shane could it be? I'm thinking maybe Kenny Omega. Kenny would be weird, interesting, but for Kenny to align himself with Moxley doesn't quite match up. But again, I think Shane's elite. But man, again, that's business. If you could do that, that is notoriety on a different level. That is bleeding into more of the WWE lane than you have in a long time. Did Moxley turn heel? Moxley turned mute. He turned mute. He just stopped speaking. He turned into Silent Bob. I don't know what happened. But yeah, Moxley came back seemingly with a new attitude, meant a few words. A really awkward segment with, I don't know, they could have done that better. But it was awkward with Tony. And then he left and it was like, oh shit, I forgot something. Came back. I think one day we'll see Mox back in WWE. Maybe he was really unhappy when he left, Damien. And he loves doing the indie stuff. He loves the bleeding. He loves the hardcore, which, again, I don't fault him for it. That's his desire. So I don't know. I don't know if WWE, with or without Triple H, is the place for Moxley. Shane taking over AEW with a Mox faction. Robert, I'm with you. And I want to point out, I made this suggestion weeks ago that if you could pull off a Shane hijacking the show angle, it would be money. If you did it right. If you do stupid shit like Shane McMahon gets pile driven and wears a neck brace for a week, but then is fine the next week, it's not going to work. But Shane McMahon, from a holy shit standpoint, is off the Richter scale. Just the fact that a McMahon is present and participating in AEW there's nothing like it. That is one of the biggest coups in AEW's history, if it were to be true. So Ishii just took on Stokely at All In and now is supposed to think he's a legit threat to Page. And he's part of this like makeshift conglomeration, the Land of Misfit Toys faction. Both men on the turnbuckle. The crowd continues to sit in silence. Superplex. My theory is Shane McMahon is recruiting a bunch of ex-WWE wrestlers to take over AEW from the inside. Well, what would that mean for Darby, though? So would Darby be like somebody they went after to corrupt? Would Darby be somebody they target as a representation of AEW? Or would they try and recruit Darby? Like, Darby's one of the good ones. He's not like the rest. Hangman hits a Death Valley driver, no sold into a suplex. So we're going in slow motion and nobody's selling anything. It's bad, guys. This is fucking bad. I'm trying to keep my hope. I'm trying to keep my happy. Last night I rambled for 90 minutes about Dave Meltzer. We broke it down into what could have been a 32-minute video. We cut it down to 17 minutes. If you haven't seen that yet, go check it out. But my God, I'm trying to find the positives. This is a horrible way to start the show tonight. Maybe a tease for the Hurt Syndicate. Not yet. And again, I don't exactly think Moxley with Bobby. Who's the leader? What do you do? How does that work? This is awful. Kayfabe, J-Fabe. I'm editing my Berlin preview with the mid-show, mud show be midden. Holy hell, what a mouthful. The mid-show mud show. Thanks, Spaz. It's worth the $5 to watch me stumble. Mud show is midden. Yeah. It's off to a very puttery start. We'll put it that way. What? TK pushed the random button again. Again, it just feels like there's a lack of a plan. Like this is going through 2 commercials now. This is the second set of commercials this match has gone through. Why? All you hear is crickets. Shane O'Mac. Another one with Shane. All right, I'm gonna put it in a poll. Dun 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 dun. All right, folks, get your opinion in. I threw a poll up as we are still in picture. Hangman looks to be going for a crossface. EWO Elite World Order. Yeah, something like that. I got that vibe. And again, Moxley kind of coming in the way he did it is not bad. It's how and when they did it. That's my concern. Is it just it just was a weird way to open the show. Are they setting up? They might be, Robert. That's one of my guesses here, is that maybe Mox goes after Danielson. Yeah. I look like my hometown. I like my hometown, but TK really needs to move pay-per-views to a different state. Always All Out is in Chicago. Yeah, I'm wondering when that is going to move. Last year obviously was a weird year with Punk getting fired right before All Out. Yeah, I'm curious. I really am curious to see if we see All In move. Will All Out move? Now, Tony said it's a Labor Day tradition in Chicago, so maybe not. The good news is All In and All Out are spaced out next year, if it stays. Another commercial. Nah, TK is crazy as fuck for having this long. Yeah, we've gone through 2 commercial breaks. We're almost at the almost at the half-hour mark now. Ishii has made the transition over to the West flawless. I don't know about that, my guy. I like Ishii. I just don't. I know he's here temporarily. I know the matches with Ishii are essentially exhibitions. They don't mean anything. They're like a friendly. And again, I don't find them overly exciting. Oh, Ishii sliding back. Blocks the suplex, the brainbuster. Pac takes Mox's place in the BCC. Yeah, the Bastard Combat Club. Maybe. Nick gave him the nickname. See what I did there? The Bastard Combat Club. As I see, we got over 150 in the chat with me right now, folks. If you can hear my voice, let's see if you can help us get to 200. Take our link, share it with your friends. Let's see if we can get to 200. We're getting close. This match has no heat, no stakes. Yeah, no rivalry, there's no reason for this match. And not every match has to have rhyme or reason. Yeah, even Taz said, oh, that was bad. We got a dead eye, but because Adam Page is much taller, it looked, oh, wow. Even Taz could have broke his neck. Big clothesline, down goes Page. 9. Wow. I hate to agree with Russo, but if Shane shows up in AEW, it would probably cause TK couldn't ink the new deal and just wants out. No. That's wrong. Did you see JD from New York go off last week and brag about money he makes? I don't watch JD from New York. I'm blocked by JD from New York. I asked JD from New York why I should take his criticism of the WWE serious while he's wearing an AEW hoodie, and that was enough for him to block me. Again, he's belligerently biased. He's ruffled a lot of feathers. He said a lot of things to a lot of people that haven't gone over well. He's found a way to be successful. Kudos to him, but that's only going to last so long. But yeah, no, don't pay attention to him. It's not my cup of tea. Him pretending like he's screaming and yelling, that's not him. Again, who are you screaming at? Why are you screaming? Why are you throwing temper tantrums? Get angry like a man. Say it with your chest. As we get a dead eye, down goes Ishii. I just hope Mock doesn't join the Elite. No, that doesn't make sense. And we get the buckshot. And it's finally over. And the crowd does cheer a little bit. But they got the lights really dark in this building. I feel like the building is extremely empty tonight. Do you think John is getting a team together and bring Shane to take over AEW? I don't know if it's connected to Shane, but maybe Moxley's just leading the front. Maybe Moxley is going to go on I came to this company, I'm sick and tired of all you fucks. Like he plays the CM Punk role. Maybe. What up, Adam? Ishii moveset. Elbow strike, finish move. Spinning elbow, strike, no sell, no sell, no sell, no sell, no sell. Forearm strike. As we got music! Here comes Swerve! So now we're running it back. What a lot of us thought should have been the matchup at All In is now seemingly going to be for All Out. And for those keeping track at home, we're back to 3 weeks. So this is week 4, and only one match hasn't had a run-in or an aftermath. So the streak continues. As Paige and Swerve go nose to nose. You just need to pin tap and end it already. Well, Adam Page is going to end up being on the show for almost the full first half hour by the time this promo is done. Now, who's the babyface? What's up? Hey, guys, like the stream? Yes. Do what MDB said, folks. Give us a like. 1-0, 0-0, 5-star match. Yeah, probably. Can you give us a full team? I'm not doing it. I understand what you're up to. If you don't know the star ratings, go check them out. They're as abysmal as you can imagine. Not all are wrong. But Dave and his imaginary stars can kiss my ass. Here's Swerve. I called it earlier in the chat. Hangman Adam Page versus Swerve. Yeah, why didn't you get this done at All In? On the big stage. Like, this is one of your biggest rivalries ever. 20 minutes of no-sell chops and elbow shots. Yeah, boring as fuck. And then you follow a boring match with a promo, with an angle. Wrestling for Life, 100% way better than JD from New York. Different strokes for different folks, Rigo. I appreciate the compliment, but we are just different. We function on a different level. We do things differently. We do everything live. We are the true unscripted out there. And again, some do review shows, some do other content. But yeah, no, we appreciate the kind words, but your words, not mine, even if I agree. Give us mode, backstage segments instead of post-match run-ins. Facts and more. Yeah, I got you. Tony K. This year in 2042, here Hook and the Learning Tree is still feuding with the FTW title in scaffold fight. Facts. You're not as good as me. Like, see, this is better than most of what you're getting. And Adam Page is getting the babyface pop, which is weird because the crowd is chanting Swerve's house. You see the confusion. If you like JD from New York more than Wrestling for Life, then you have no strokes and no you're smoking doinks. You said it. It's not mine. Oh, we're going to do a lights out match at All Out. All Out lights out. Oh, no, we're going steel cage. He tricked me. Why didn't you do this at All In? I know you wanted Danielson to get his title before he left, you sentimental child. But my God. Yo. Hangman's a better heel than babyface. Facts. But you keep putting Swerve. Swerve would be an outstanding babyface, but you keep making him act like a heel. Again, that's where you get quiet fans. Just like with Moxley. Moxley comes out and the fans don't know what to do. Over under is 65.5 for total stars given out for matches tonight. Facts. Oh my God. Hangman's a better heel than babyface. Got that one. Yeah, it's all confusing. Again, we were going through this with the women as well. Toni Storm's been confusing. They need clarity. They hired writers. They got Pepper Potts. Can she, hey, dear Pepper Potts, go back to your soap days. Remember there was a villain and a hero. Can you please instill that on this particular show? I have heard, and I quote, those ratings attributed to Dave's weren't real. I don't give a fuck. Well, if I went off for 20 minutes and they weren't real, that'd be amazing. Everything I still said is true. I'm interested now. I've never seen a steel cage in AEW yet. Nah, usually I'm trying to think of one. That's a good question. Yeah, it's always usually like blood and guts. Straight up steel cage might have been the last one, was with the Bucks, maybe? Wardlow had one once upon a time. See, now we got to the point. See, this is where your writing and your producing is fucking up the show. The crowd went dead. You got to the point. We're going to have a cage match. Fuck right, you're on. And leave. Mic drop out where the crowd's on a high. Don't keep talking. Don't keep talking, folks. Mariah versus Mira. Maybe. I think Britt Baker can win. Okay, this is still going. Long. Can I get Hangman Page off my screen yet? They should have. No, they're never going to do. Well, I wouldn't say never, JV. Steel cage. I thought when he said we're going to lock them out and lock us in, I thought they were going to do a lights out match. But no, steel cage, steel cage. And Hangman walks off. And now Hangman there you go. Hangman getting a lot of the heat. The dude in the Macho Man tank top's not happy. Just let it end. A very long start to this show. Swerve is a heel. He's not a heel, or he shouldn't be a heel. He is a heel. You're not wrong. It's all over the place. But he's not presented with a heel. You see what Prince Nana is doing with him right now. That's not what happens with a heel. You don't have a sing-along with a heel. You don't have a callback with a heel. Whose house? Boo! You don't do a callback with a heel. He shouldn't be a heel. Should be booked as a straight-up babyface. There you go. There you go. Pepper Potts, more like Pepper Poots. Because as ladies and gentlemen, we go into a commercial break and we are rolling along. Not sure what's up next, but Hangman Page goes over Ishii. Swerve comes out, sets up a steel cage match at All Out. So these guys have had this long-standing rivalry for quite a while, hence long-standing for the redundancy. And instead of the story kind of being having continuity to it, They kind of forgot about each other, but now you're turning it right around. It's a quick pivot. It's not my favorite, but I mean, Hangman, Swerve, Steel Cage should be good. Fun, long, Richard, long. Hangman needs to go. I like Hangman. I think Hangman just needs some coaching. Boring ass promo followed. It came off the heels of a boring ass match. Walking away is definitely smart. That'll go, get more heat than any of his promos. 100%, and it did. You're right. Well played. They usually do no stipulations at all or full tilt with every weapon and gimmick you can fit in a match. So it would normally be a steel cage, but like a barbed wire. Yeah, 100%, Adam. They're always all or nothing. We're all in. We're all out. One or the other. One match, 3 commercials. One match, 3 commercials. Facts. 2, 3 promos. Or 2 promos and a pre-tape. Swerve and Hangman just need to kiss already. How many matches? Now you're in a position now with the steel cage match. The steel cage match has to be it. But in my money, Swerve just lost the belt. Hangman needs this win. Hangman goes over Swerve so Hangman can move up. Swerve just lost the belt. Swerve beats Hangman, then Swerve's the one back up. So, I wish. Again, I just guessing, folks. Swerve and Hangman just need to kiss. Got that one. Hangman has stated many times that he does not care to listen to any coaching from vets. What a waste of talent. Yeah, empty-headed dumb fuck, I believe somebody called him once upon a time. So, yeah. I don't know what to make of it. Again, All Out's going to have a really interesting build. Again, the streak of matches that have a promo or a brawl or a fight or something after the match or before the match continues. For those who are just tuning in, Jon Moxley has returned. Very quiet, very cryptic. As we're still over 160, let's see if we can get that back up to 200, folks. In all honesty, regardless of who the heel is or the face, Swerve Hangman feud is badass facts. I'm with you, buddy. It is one of the best feuds they had. I really think the cage match between Hangman Page and Swerve would have been beautiful on that all-in card. Tell me if I'm wrong, folks. 61% of you crazy people think Shane McMahon is coming. As here comes Jamie Hayter. She now looks like Willy Wonka's sister. She looks like Madonna in Alice in Wonderland. Jamie Hayter for the win. She better win. Could this be a situation to introduce the triple cage? No. Why does everyone keep thinking they're bringing a triple cage? It was a bad idea once upon a time, and I don't think it will ever be seen again. Swerve needs to bury Hangman. Hangman is a cancer in AEW. Is he a cancer or is he just a crybaby? Now, Steve G, I'm not in the locker room. I'm not like we talked about another YouTuber earlier that acts like he's in the building, like he's in the creative meetings and he knows what's going on. I don't do that here. I don't know for certain, but Hangman Page seems to, he's around when you're booking him well. Once he loses, he tends to disappear for a long time. He seems temperamental. He seems emotional. I feel like he's missed a lot of time just because he doesn't want to wrestle. I don't know. He's a very interesting guy, but I know he's a good wrestler, a good professional wrestler, not the greatest promo, but if done right, can be. I don't know. He's a very interesting case, but him and Swerve has been really good. They're 1-1 plus a draw. As Harley Cameron in the ring. Saraya with the guns out. Could this be a situation to introduce? Got that one? No. Hayter. Yeah, down boys. Jimmy Hayter looks good with the copper hair. She looks like Madonna playing the Mad Hatter. Tell me if I'm wrong. Happy Hayter is back, but having her face Saraya is not exciting. Well, listen. This is where I will give them their just due. They did run back a replay, of how she got hurt. She got hurt involving Saraya. So now she wants to beat up Saraya. Fair enough. Is it great? No. Jamie Hayter's a really good wrestler and should be fighting Toni Storm, should be fighting Mariah May, should be fighting Thunder Rosa, should be fighting the top of your division. That being said, I do like Harley. I got Becky Lynch vibes. Facts. That's just because of the hair, though. Jamie Hayter for the win. Yeah, Jamie can't lose. We want Triple Cage, MDB demanding, let's go, let's go. No, it's not happening. I wonder who is going to win this fight. Yeah, facts. If AEW wants my undying loyalty, they will give me the Triple Cage. I'm shocked they haven't. I mean, we had an exploding ring sparkler match, remember? Like, I mean, I'm shocked they haven't tried it or some variation of it. Like, the 4 tiers of doom. Like, get the fuck out of here. Oh my God, I thought you were going to say, as here comes Shane McMahon. No, but I hope so. Not yet, not yet. I guess we're getting Hayter versus Toni Storm after Saraya. Maybe. We don't know. Because now, Tony's not the champion. 500 on Hayter. Good start to this match. Much better than the men's match we got already. Hey, the man's a bakery enthusiast. Jamie for the win. I would like to see randomly the House of Black interfere with the match and force Swerve team to team up with Hangman. That would be random. I don't know if it works. Jamie Hayter coming back into the ring. Harley down. Hayter's been in control this entire time. But I will repeat, a much better start to this match than we got in the last match. Oh, went for a recoil. Jamie says, nobody fucking sells anything. Swerve is playing off a different level quickly about to join the MJF in the club of why are these major leaguers all-stars playing in the minors. Swerve's great. And Swerve just re-signed with AEW. He's a guy that you can build around if you booked him well. The company failed Swerve's title run. If anyone out there is preaching that Swerve had a great title run, they're wrong. They're completely inaccurate. It was not an exciting title run. And Jamie gets the 1, 2, 3. I'm still predicting Jamie Hayter versus Saraya at All Out. Yeah. I imagine Jamie Hayter's probably going to get jumped because that's what's been happening on these matches. Oh, Jamie walking over towards Saraya, pushing Harley into her and rolling away. Almost lost her top. 6.5 stars already. You heard it here first. Do a spin a Rooney. Someone's got a huge sign. Hangman, the kind of guy to make a face like he's smelling a fart so you know he's upset. Yeah, like he looks like a huffy guy. Like, like what? What is wrong? Nothing, bro. Nothing. Here we are with the assholes and Rotted Strong. So Learning Tree is here with everybody in Roddy. Could there be a situation where we get a monster truck match between Hangman? No. What? Richard, put the pipe down, my guy. Damn you, Jericho. Yeah, not only can Jericho can't just show up for a fucking match, he's also got to have a fucking backstage and his face. I just want to fucking slap it. The crowd responded. If this starts getting over, I'm going to be very disappointed in wrestling fans. Can Jamie Hayter be AEW Rhea Ripley as the popularity of the fans goes to her degree? In a sense, if you book her like that, again, if she's meddling down with the bottom talent, it's hard to do that. When Rhea Ripley, found her groove and they brought her to the main roster, Rhea Ripley was a beast. And that's how you have to book somebody. If you want them presented as a badass, they got to be a badass. I said this about Camille. 2 weeks in a row, Camille, this big hire that you brought in, this enforcer of a woman running away. I don't care if the other person has a kendo stick. Nobody makes the big heavy run away. They got to do better. They got to do better. So we're having a convo between Roddy. Everything feels long on this show tonight. The fuck is happening? Conglomeration. Yeah, it's hard to say, Jericho. Trust me. I forgive you on that one. God, he sucks. Basically a squash match. Yeah, an all-star match. That's what we're getting. Well, you finally booked the House of Black in a meaningful program in a 3 versus 2 with Swerve and Page. Yeah, no, that's not going to work, dude. Again, it's not even close to connecting those dots. As ladies and gentlemen, we go back to commercial break, which has been a bit of a slow first hour of Dynamite. I'm a little surprised. I even thought maybe they would open the show with Ricochet just to start off with the energy. Came in the opposite way as yeah, I'm a little surprised at a very slow Dynamite. I mean, we talked going into the show tonight that we have a very compressed build. All out's really close, so I expect a lot of like fireworks tonight, and it hasn't been that. Hasn't been that. Feels like we're still in a bit of an all-in hangover. But it looks like up next we are going to get the all-star 8-man match, or soon anyway. And I will take a second to remind everybody we are back tomorrow. We are back on Sunday. We are back on Saturday. We are back on Friday. I don't know why I said it out of order, but we're rolling with it. But ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, the preview show, the triple header preview show, we are going to preview and give you our predictions for Emergence, for No Mercy, and Bash in Berlin. Myself, Big Nick, and Anthony will all be in the house to bring you our breakdown of the upcoming shows this weekend. Friday, the mega stream, Emergence, New Japan, SmackDown, Rampage. Saturday, Brunch with the Boys 13. Make sure you get out there and get your Brunch with the Boys Summer 2024 t-shirts as well to commemorate this year. Limited time only. Next year will be a new t-shirt. So get yours now. But we are back on Sunday for No Mercy as well. All next week with all your favorite wrestling. It does not stop. The schedule is packed. We got more shows coming up. All Out is on the horizon. Victory Road's coming up. We got a Saudi show coming up. We got lots coming your way. Survivor Series is on the horizon. Wrestle Dream Grand Slam. We will be here live for all of it. We're hoping to bring you more progress as well. And we might have a little maple leaf up our sleeve as well that we might be bringing you. So stay tuned for all of that, folks. Plus, we got new shows coming your way. And if you haven't heard yet, I need your help. I need everyone who can hear my voice right now. And let's see if you can hear me. Please help us get to 200 here tonight. I want to see that number jump. But for all those who can hear my voice, we are trying to raise money for a good cause. We are trying to raise money for literacy. And I mean this. This isn't a joke. This isn't a prank. These shirts are available now on our shop. Go there, get your F. Meltzer shirt, and every penny goes to the World Literacy Foundation. So go show some love that we can help make the future generations better readers, better writers, better communicators, better all-around people. So help us raise money, help a good cause, and get yourself a badass F. Meltzer t-shirt. If you feel the way we do, as of yesterday, we decided to go on a full-out assault. But yeah, go get your t-shirt now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, back to the action. So we got a replay of Will Ospreay finally hitting that Tiger Driver and Danny Garcia, which we kind of know we're going to get Danny and MJF, as here comes Maxwell Jacob Friedman right on cue. All-star jobber match. Yay. Jericho, you can go away already. He won't listen. He won't listen. He thinks he's great. It's fucked. For the Soul Women's match tonight, sucks. It was a squash match. Yeah, kind of. 100 likes. Thank you, guys. Thanks, guys. Plus, that means we need 69 more likes. And you guys can fill in the jokes on that one. What is this Friday? You mentioned watching 4 shows. That is the mega stream. SmackDown, Rampage, our usual 2, but we also have TNA Emergence, and we will have, I believe, New Japan, Capital Collision, all on Friday. I don't know why they're all on Friday. I don't know why they all on the same night. There's a lot of weekends that don't have shit going on. But yes, we will be live for all 4 shows on Friday, Kyle. So MJF says, if you don't politely pipe down, I swear to God, I will beat the holy hell out of each and every one of you. All right, all right. Is TNA the number 2 brand now? It's neck and neck. It depends who you ask. There's a lot of fans out there that don't agree, that still hold on to the AEW, but I think it's neck and neck. AEW, it's on a decline, and their analytics are on a decline, whether people like that or not. TNAs are on the way up. TNA just sold out another building. I know it's smaller buildings, but it's sellouts. They get to brag about sellouts. When was the last time AEW had a sellout? Somebody said Mox looked like Kim Possible. What's your thoughts on Willow versus Chris Chicago Street fight? I think it's gonna be fun. I mean, it does, like, what makes me mad a little bit, Damien, is I would love for them to just have a straight up match. I think at times, again, you overuse these. We don't really get to see the true talent of the women in a street fight. We've had a lot of death matches and street fights and no hold bar matches with the women, where I want to see really quality women's wrestling matches. We watched NXT last night. The women are cooking on NXT. If you take the matches we got from the women's division on NXT last night and put it on this show tonight, they might be some of the best matches between the men or women, period, tonight. So that's my only issue. But I like Stat. I like Willow. I think they deserve better. So the odd part is, so this is where I don't like what happened with MJF, guys. And you can give me your opinion if I'm wrong or if you agree with me. MJF goes pure Americana for 3 weeks. Loses, comes out, no Americana. Just the gimmick gone. Being a heel or a babyface, being a character of who you are, when it becomes when it becomes loose, for a lack of better term, that's when the fan base, you start losing merit with the fans, because we think we know who you are. We think we know how you present yourself. And at the end of the day, do you? If you're inconsistent with that, it's hard for us to stay behind you. He's talking to Ospreay. I had you beat. I missed the MJF Adam Cole theme music mashup. That was pretty good. I'll give you that. Please, no more mega MJF. They should have never done it. They should have never done it, is my point. Let him be MJF. Let him be himself. Let him be authentic. Let him be genuine. Let him dig into it and still be that guy. And it would have worked. You still would have had people excited for the match. The rating saver, MJF. I would hope, but this is another long. We've had a lot of this tonight, though. That's my only issue. This would have been a better start to the show than Moxley, though. Decided to play his prime in Brazilian basketball. MJF is the only reason I watched the show. Shane McMahon trending on X. MJF is head down. MJF is headed downhill with fighting Garcia. I don't like it. I hate it. Here he is, Garcia. Crowd goes wild as the babyface jumps the heel. MJF was selling his neck 100%. Did you see that Liv and Tom was number 1, 2, 3 on Twitter all day? Yeah. As Garcia just choked. Oh, that was an odd choke. But just choking MJF out. MJF collapses. Oh, Garcia's not done. Feels so bad for MJF. He is now taking... Garcia dropped him, but now Garcia is starting to get boos. See how they're fucking this up? MJF threatening violence. He was. Said, stay tuned to the Rock. Okay. Oh, now he's trying to do it from the second row, but he keeps looking away. That was so weird. He kept looking over his shoulder. And the security getting beat up by the guys. This is bad. Now MJF jumps Garcia. Oh, so bad. So long. It's just like... Now MJF stomping on Danny, who's an idiot. Are they back at the esports arena in Arlington, Texas? On Saturdays, I believe they are. Why should Shane make any difference? I'm not saying that he will, because there's still the infrastructure you got to deal with. And unless Shane McMahon has a hand in the creative and helping the creative, he won't. As far as clicks, as far as notoriety, as far as getting into mainstream media, Shane makes a huge difference. Even if it's a flop, his presence makes a difference. If the headline goes up tonight of Shane McMahon walked through the AEW doors, the internet will explode. Undeniably. As Danny going for another super pile driver and gets stopped by yet. If you're looking over your shoulder, young Danny, if you can hear me, sir, if you look over your shoulder a bunch of times, we know someone's coming to stop you. Maybe try not to do that. Maybe try not to telegraph shit. He's probably faking the next injury just like in 2020. He took a tiger driver, so he's almost dead. You can take a tombstone. You can take a jumping tombstone on stairs. You're fine. Tiger driver, you're dead. You're dead. When did AEW have a straight up pay-per-view without a gimmick match? Never. 2 weeks, maybe. I'm excited for Emergence, especially with the Nemeth Alexander Iron Man match. That match is going to burn. Kyle, tune in for that with us. That has match of the year potential written all over it. Alexander and Dolph Ziggler are going to burn for an hour. Let's go. MJF no longer pro-America. That was quick. Yeah, see, that's a problem, right? See, if MJF just stayed MJF and wanted to fight Ospreay to prove who was the best, we're good. Story goes on. He lost, but he's still him. Comes out tonight, forgot about the red, white, and blue. Not a lick of red, white, or blue on him. It's bad writing. You're treating your fans like we're simple. You're treating your fans like we're stupid. And yeah, some out there are. But the good fans aren't. The ones spending the money aren't. Long Island, let's go. I love what happened to MJF. MJF speaking facts. That's Rosie O'Donnell's son. How do you get KJ blood pressure to skyrocket? Just let him see Chris Jericho. Pretty factual. Nothing really grinds my gears worse than him in wrestling right now. What do you think a TK will do with the Tay Mello when she returns? I don't know, Damien. She wasn't used that much before she left. She'll just kind of do nothing. As Danny whips the microphone, hits Max right in the face, and now they're being pulled apart. The Learning Tree gimmick will somehow get over in the weirdest way. We'll see. I heard some cheers tonight, and it irked me. He might actually become a babyface trying to be an asshole. Fucking dumb. As Danny stands tall. Oh, sorry, folks. Oh. Merry Christmas. All right, so Danny is running. He's running. Get him. Oh, one of the security face planted. One of the security ate shit running up the tunnel as we are going to Ricochet's debut at All In. I've seen better crowds in NXT. Facts. It feels like tonight's crowd's really small. I don't know what the number is, but it just feels like the lights are really down. So I got 175 with me now. Can we get to 200? I challenge y'all. I just need 25 of y'all to have a friend. Yeah, I don't think so, John, but thank you. Gyrating Daniel. He is not gyrating. That is good news. He is minimizing the gyration. There you go. So now we're getting a Ricochet package. First day of the journey. Let's see where the journey takes us. The fans love clown wrestling. Cheer for clowns. Facts. And we got the hook light in the sky, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, I think I got my own little... Does it work? I don't know. It's Hook. At least... What was the vote earlier? Oh, no, I took it down. Right down the slope. The crowd looks like... the crowd likes Garcia. But they started booing Garcia. That was an interesting part. Until the security showed up, they were starting to boo Garcia because Garcia was the aggressor. And again, you have to temper things. If you're the good guy that's getting your revenge, you don't necessarily go the extra mile. And there is still enough people out there that like MJF that you run a risk. And I felt like they were playing with it. I haven't seen 200 since the 8th grade. I don't even know what that means. I've seen enough Dynamite for tonight. You stay. Don't go. Don't go. As up next, by the way, is we are getting the All-Star. The All-Star. This is your All-Star team of AEW, by the way. Fucking Monstars. Let's see how soon Ricochet versus Ospreay happens. Hook's team for the win. The Midwest 8 hours is around the corner. Fair enough. I think the Ultimate X match might be the match of the night at Emergence. The Ultimate X match is going to be fun. It always is, and I'm glad it's back. So looking forward to that one as well, Damien. We will be here live. Again, the channel that watches more live wrestling than anybody else, going out there and proving it again. This is a Who Cares match. So that would make 3 Who's Care matches. Who Cares matches. Steve G, would you agree with that? Nobody cared about Ishii and Paige. Nobody cared about Soraya, Harley and Jamie. And nobody cares about this. So far, nobody cares. More clown wrestlers. Team Hook for the win. I'm going to go Team Jericho for the win. Just fuck. TK putting his hometown to sleep. It's been a very quiet crowd tonight. Apparently, Dynamite is 1,800 people. Ouch. Ouch. Because the assholes like this. So here comes the learning tree. Here we go. Here we go. As we're getting a replay of what happened between Hook and Jericho. I guess Ricochet versus Fletcher is the main event before Danielson promo. Seems to be the case, my friend. Which, again, very interesting, because usually Tony Khan would throw that energy match right out the gate. I'm surprised he didn't. I really am. The cringe tree. Yeah, folks, get in the chat right now if you can hear my voice and give me your version. The cringe tree, the learning tree, the desperate tree, the sad and lonely, please go away tree. What is this? Team Hook for the win. Best part is Mark Briscoe should be on the show every week. Mark Briscoe should not be Ring of Honor champion. Mark Briscoe should be actively pursuing your mid-card titles. Mark Briscoe's over. Mark Briscoe wakes every crowd he's around up, and people want to see him do good. You should be using Mark Briscoe more. Bathroom break. Let's go. Yeah, we're going to watch the number dip. 15,000. Okay. Yeah, so you got 1,900 people in a 15,000. I don't know if anyone, like, if you guys have been out there, like, if you've ever been into an arena or a stadium, like when you're one of the only people there, it's, again, imagine such a small crowd. It must feel echoey. It must feel hollow. Has to. How many matches are you predicting for All Out? 10 or more. Now, see, the thing with All Out is All Out will not have the curfew restrictions that All In did. So when they were in England, there's a cutoff, and that's why Tony Khan shoved as much in as he could. I think we'll probably get somewhere around 14 matches. Spaz, thank you for the super chat. You heard? Have you heard? Apparently, the Raw and SmackDown before the next Saudi show are also in Saudi. I have heard that. They will be doing, the Friday and the Monday. That did come out over the last couple days, if not mostly today. Interesting. And you see what they've been doing this, right? And they're kind of making it a whole weekend revenue. So doesn't surprise me. Hook can't escape Jericho Vortex. Can't get away from it. Beat him last night, and we're right back into it today. This match is slow and boring, too. I am the learning tree. The withering tree. I am the learning tree. I'm the learning tree. How much damage has Jericho done to his legacy? A lot, I think. I mean, you can't erase the accomplishments. You can't. But the fact that he's morphed into this big, giant, walking douchebag becomes the problem. As a diehard Jericho fan for years, now he's worn his welcome out with me. I mean, could he turn it around and figure his shit out at some point? Maybe. But right now, this is just a midlife crisis. This is a man's ego being driven by a billionaire kid that doesn't know any better and letting this man run amok. Chris Jericho continues to be the worst part of AEW by miles. And with all the talent you have in AEW, it bothers me that I continually have to watch Jericho do shit. As now we're all in the ring for a brawl. Oh, this is getting bad, guys. Anybody jumping out of their seat right now? Who's clapping and like, oh, this is awesome? About 45 people in the building clapped. As we go to picture in picture, everybody brawling everywhere, folks. Pocket's taking the pin. Ooh, Pocket's taking the pin. Brian Keith taking the pin. The Dead Tree. Team Hook for the win. Hi, guys. Now go away. Yeah, bye, guys. That's the new gimmick he has to learn. Bye, guys. Break time again. Yeah, killing my numbers. I'm under the impression that if we simply ignore the learning tree, they will go away. No, not in this company. That's the thing about this company. I said it before. I'll say it again, and I'll continue to repeat it. Tony Khan has become more of Vince McMahon than Triple H. Facts. I will happily debate that with anybody. Tony Khan doesn't care. Tony Khan, if he likes you, if you're one of his favorites, if he got to dress up like you for Halloween, if you've come over to his house and played video games, you get booked better than anybody. You get what you want when you want. You want time off? Go home forever. You don't? You want to come back? Great. But the booking and the favoritism of the booking will never, like, it doesn't care. We could boycott the show and Jericho will still get booked. Like, it's just, he's in. He's so deep in Tony's pocket. He's in. He's not going anywhere. Hook for the win. I'm glad Mark Briscoe is on Dynamite, but he's always in these multi-tags. Yeah, he is an outstanding performer. And if they would use him as a singles talent, it'd be outstanding for him. Where's Adam Cole? He has been in the longest ankle injury ever. Yeah. We've seen people get injured and return from injury, and then get injured again and return again before Adam Cole's come back. They showed him, when MJF made his return, Cole came out, walked to the ring. Everybody was like, oh, Cole's ready. Cole wasn't ready. Cole's still not ready. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. Adam Cole is a mystery. Miro is a mystery. A lot of the wrestlers, I mean, even there's so many MIA. Is Hobbs still hurt? Is he back yet? Is he almost ready? Did Wardlow get hurt? Did he get kidnapped? Should we go looking for him? Search party. Like, what do we do? What do we do with Wardlow? Sounds more hollow than an Instagram model at night. Ooh. I don't know what that means, but I kind of do. TK, take note on how to put a story together. Just ask Triple H. I'm more interested in the Liv and Dom story than the new Judgment Day besides the Bloodline. There's lots going on Raw right now to be interested in, and the storytelling matters. And for the fans out there that say it don't, I'm going to use your own shit against you. Think about this. What was the best match? What has people said the best all-out match, all-in match ever was? What are people saying is one of the best matches of the year? Swerve Danielson. Do you know a big part of why that match was so goddamn good? Storytelling. And that's it. That's what Tony has to realize. The best matches have the best stories. Period. And Danielson had a story to tell. And Swerve and Danielson told that story. You don't tell stories, it's just a match. Just two guys doing tricks. As Orange Cassidy has his hands stuck in his pockets, apparently. Kicking off Roddy. Tag to Keith. Keith got Cassidy. Oh, Cassidy up and over. And this match continues to suck. The Seals in AEW will cheer for anything. It's kind of that way. Listen, I said it last night, Chair. I challenge the AEW faithful. If you are a true AEW fan, speak up. Don't just go with the flow. If stuff sucks, say it sucks so we can stop watching it. Too many people out there are afraid to be fucking honest. Too many people are in their fake basement screaming about what they're fucking, oh, fuck this and fuck that. And fuck. Shut up. You don't mean anything. You don't stand by your words. Just go with the flow. Hold this company accountable the way everybody holds the other company accountable. Let's be reasonable. Shut it down and be smart about it. As Keith all over Briscoe. All Out doesn't have a curfew, but my wife is enforcing mine. Wow, chicken, wow, wow. No, anyway. Good to know. I disagree about Mark Briscoe. He's freaking awesome, but I think he's mostly looked at as a goofy character. Yeah, but he's only looked at a goofy character because you present him like there is a serious side to him. There is a real side to him. There's a story to tell with him. So there's more there. And even R-Truth at times was more than just the funny guy. So, yeah, I think you can take Mark Briscoe serious. Many years we took both Briscoe serious. He might have been the goofy one, but when he wasn't happy, he wasn't happy. Adam Cole is actually hologram. Facts. The fans like big empty arenas because it reminds them of their birthday parties. Oh, Adam. Well played. Garcia challenges MJF for All Out. Yep, as expected. And I don't love it, but it is what it is. I'm rolling up, Tree. Good for you. I hope it's better than this one. Kyle O'Reilly off the ropes. Big boot. Briscoe taking down. Oh, O'Reilly kicking everybody. This match is fucking forever. I'm not a learning tree. Thank fuck. Oh, God, this is awful. And this is where I challenge the AEW fans again. If you are an AEW tribalist, if AEW is your be-all and end-all, AEW is the only good wrestling in the world, tell me what I'm supposed to be getting out of this. Are you really enjoying this match? Are you sitting at home right now in all the Cheetos dust thinking, this is really good? Oh, my God, Big Bill just threw a boot. It's not interesting. It's not exciting. it means nothing. And it's a bunch of people we don't care about. Big Bill, big sidewalk slam. Garcia versus MJF, official. Yep. Take a chain. We're going back to commercial. So another long match here, folks. It's a long one. Get in that chat. Let me know what you're thinking. All Out is looking to be better than All In again. We'll see. I hope so. I hope so. I always want every pay-per-view to be better than the last one. Hell, fucking with the learning tree. What's up? Bobby, how you doing? How you doing? Put those fingers down. If your tag team match is anything more than 3 versus 3, it's a waste. I hate when it gets too busy. 4, 5, 6. Again, once in a while, I can live with it. But I don't know. We just saw an 8-man tag, a 10-man tag, all on the fucking pay-per-view. Like, it's too much. And this match is nothing. Jericho in the ring, by the way, as we are in picture, folks. So this match goes through 2 commercial breaks. Tony Khan, the guy that keeps saying, I don't know how to get all my wrestlers on TV, are given this match the better part of 3 segments. As much as I dislike him, Jericho could fix his legacy if he just disappeared for 6 facts. 100%. 100%, Adam. I don't think he needs to retire. I do believe there's a level of charisma and experience and professionalism that Chris Jericho has. I was a big Chris Jericho fan. Listened to the podcast. Loved it when the WWE people were jumping on and, spilling all the tea. Jericho's problem is Jericho won't go the fuck away. And Jericho's problem is Jericho is Jericho's biggest fan. The other problem is Jericho's second biggest fan is Tony Khan. And just because he was once important to the company doesn't mean he still is. Things change. And I feel like that might be one of the problems with AEW in year 5. Orange Cassidy, 5 years of the Pockets gimmick. Does it still get over the way it used to? No. Hook, we've been seeing for 3 years now. Jericho, 5 years. Hangman, 5 years. Bucks, 5 years. Like, they're starting to feel like the New Day. But, like, it's everybody starting to feel like the New Day. Because they've all been there. It's just been shuffling around. All right, now, change partners and keep going. That might be part of the problem. There hasn't been a big turnover or big breaks for some of the key people. Team Hook for the win. Short match would be a win. That would have been nice. I honestly don't care for who wins. No, nobody cares. Nobody cares about this. And it's not like, it's like, oh my God, what a match. It's not good. How come you not read my comment? I read as many as I can, Eric. We have super chats and super stickers. If you want to guarantee I click on your chat, but we do the best we can here. We click on more live questions than any other chat out there. So we do our best, sir. Ready for these numbers? And the arena holds 15,000. Dynamite is set up for 1830. They only have sold 1386 with 444 tickets still left as we're talking right now. If that is factual, how do you read that and not go, shit, maybe my favorite wrestling company is in trouble? The heels of a pay-per-view. You just signed Ricochet. You just signed Sasha and Okada. You just brought in Ospreay. MJF's back. Suplex. Big Bill getting chucked around by a child again. Big knee from Roddy. That's crazy. 13,886. People can't dismiss. People can't ignore TNA wrestling as long as AEW is in that ballpark. Realistically, the show should have a better turnout. 100%. But nothing. What was on the poster that really made you go, "Oh, I have to go to that"? Other than Ricochet. Ricochet will be in ring. But Ricochet was a mid-card guy in WWE. This is crazy. I need more. Hook for the win. Tony Khan has become everything he acted against. Yep. Briscoe. Jericho cuts him off with a clothesline. Starts jumping up and down like a fucking idiot. Yo, I have a theory. So now I see what he's doing. Jericho now trying to make it a face situation. And it might work. That bastard. Not even Shane can help this dumpster fire. Yeah, still remains to be seen, but at least Shane has notoriety. Like, if Shane comes in and ends up brawling with everybody the way Punk did, it's still good for business. It's good for my business. Tope to Keith. And every single match now, we get the chair spot with Mark Briscoe. Up and over. Blows right through Big Bill. Oh, it's been a long show. Was Death Rider okay? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't enjoyed Jericho in 2 years, said his wife. I mean, yeah, me either. This was bad. The tag team Guevara was bad. The Learning Tree was bad. They were all bad. It's all been bad. Roddy Holden got his foot on the rope. Ospreay doesn't see it. Apparently got blinders on. That is fucking weird. Even Taz said she didn't see it. They're still fighting. They're still fighting. So our brawl streak continues. Said tuned and hoping that they are rocks versus it seems like the main because both are doing crazy media. Yeah, I mean, again, could be. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Everybody fighting. The Kingdom's here now. And now we're setting up Roddy versus Hook, which I feel like kind of happened already. Maybe, am I wrong? But Roddy holding up. So Roddy, Hook, and I guess the Learning Tree and the Conglomeration are going to get together for some bullshit. All of this sucks and has been going on forever. Ricochet is not a needle mover. He's a great talent, but he won't move numbers. Yes and no. I mean, Ricochet is the type of guy that you could get behind and marketing could get behind because he's kind of got that superhero vibe. But I get exactly what you're saying. And that was what I was saying as well. Like, he's now a big, and we go to Mercedes Moné and Jericho are always connected segments. It's a thing. Go check it out. So we got Private Party, Camille, and Sasha having a party. Or at the private party. I don't fucking know. So Private Party is now trying to be Pretty Deadly. Where the hell did that come from? Rick O'Shea is my favorite Irish wrestler. I'm here to see if they push him up the card. They're going to have to. They have to, MDB. They too often meddle new talent. You need to go after the top guys. You have to. You got to be pushing towards that Ospreay payoff. You got to be pushing towards, something like a Pac or other like. There's so much there you could do, but he's got to be in that upper echelon. Okada stepping in. This is bad. This is like NXT bad. Learning Tree is a face. Yes. So Learning Tree is kind of becoming a face, which is weird because the Conglomeration's a face with Briscoe. But I will admit, Jericho got a fan reaction tonight when he stopped and oversold it. But here's my thing. You want to see if, and you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. The crowd overseas start cheering crazy for Big Bill. Big Bill starts playing them up. All of a sudden, Jericho wants to be a babyface again. It's a very interesting dynamic. And Jericho, to me, is chasing the audience. And that's my issue with Jericho, is he's chasing the reaction. So once the reaction settles in, then he goes and finds it. And a lot of times he tries to take the spotlight, take that reaction from a Big Bill, from an MJF, from a Danny Garcia. He tries to take it away. Learning Tree deserves a poop. Learning Tree should be burnt down, chopped up, thrown in a grinder and never spoken of again. It should have never been a thing. It should still not be a thing. It bothers me that it's a thing. I'm really over it. Bad call. Yeah, a weird spot where, like, you see Aubrey looking at the foot. It wasn't like they positioned it in a way where his foot was over there. She was fucking, to call to the ring, she had to look past his fucking boot. Insert blinder jokes. By the way, we are on another commercial break, folks. That All-Star match was so riveting as we head into the final half hour of the show tonight. I think I'll take a moment to remind everybody once again, we do have our F Meltzer shirts now on sale. We are raising money for literacy, in honor of a guy that's done so poorly for the subject. We are going to have every penny we earn from these t-shirts going directly to the World Literacy Foundation. We don't even see it. The money goes directly to them with any purchase. We never, ever even get to handle it. So help us out. Help us raise money. Help us with a good cause. And get yourself a really badass t-shirt. And it's, there you go. If you feel the way we feel, the hashtag FMelter, hashtag not our observer, hashtag peeping Tom, hashtag enough is enough, hashtag all the above. But no more Meltzer. We're tired of Meltzer. We're launching a full campaign, and we got 2 styles, 2 designs, hoodies, t-shirts, and long sleeves as well. And go check out all our shop. We got tons of cool stuff kicking around. And anytime somebody rocks our logo, we appreciate it, folks. But again, this one is for charity. It's for a good cause. We are raising money for literacy. And we'd love for you guys to contribute to the whole situation. The backstage segment was very WWE. The backstage segment, yeah, it was very WWE. It was very not good. Camille has a long neck. Yeah, Camille is long, yes. We're back with Tony Schiavone. Melt the melts. I'm in. Let's go. Make it a thing, folks. We are doing our part of ridding wrestling of the toxic underbelly of wrestling fans. We are the utopia. We are the counter voice. We are the voice of the voiceless. No, that's someone else's gimmick. We are the people's champ. Nope, that might be someone's too. I don't know. But we are speaking out. We are definitely unscripted. Sorry, I got distracted. Mariah May is here. AEW rating prediction 523. Ouch. But yes, folks, unscripted, sometimes unorganized, but always here for a fun time. And the wrestling might suck. We never do. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, do so. If you haven't hit like yet, do so. And we need 25 people to hit 200 tonight. We got to know 25 people out there. Drop this link. Share it in a chat room. Let's see if we can get to 200 before the end of the show. You might get to see Shane McMahon with me. It would be something different, at least Russian Skittle. Oh, Skittle's back. Oh, old Skittle. What if in the 2025 Royal Rumble, number 30, counting down and suddenly changes the Y2J? That'd be fucking nuts. I don't see it, though. He's never going to leave his fucking piggy bank. Only when Tony goes belly up or having problems will Jericho jump off that ship. And then he'll start talking shit about Tony and AEW. You know, man, I was trying my best, trying to be a leader, but, the culture, fuck off. Fuck off. Jericho's so full of shit, it's disgusting. Worst. It's fucking horrible. Rest in peace, 100%, 100%. T's and P's. Do we get Mina? Again, it's a little confusing because they were kind of friends, right? She about to get naked. She's about to get something. She's giving me Sable vibes. Mariah May is excellent. Reality sucks sometimes. True. I pray that we get a cliffhanger at the end of the show. I hope we get something, JV. This show has been a dud. Dud. She's going to take her robe off now. And about 1,100 men are going to just make a mess in their pants in about 30 seconds. Mariah May. We're getting the unveiling. Dun, 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 dun. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Excalibur goes, Mariah showing her true colors. What? That she's a skank? Like, what do you mean? Like, what does that mean, Excalibur? Her true colors. She loves getting naked. Thanks for the fucking insight, Excalibur. And Jesus Christ, Tony Schiavone's creepy as fuck. He is so weird. He's such an odd dude. Yeah, all of this is flat. As now we are going to last Sunday, the Grizzled Young Vets, who might have been overlooked or maybe not talked about in light of a lot of other things going on, but they did arrive. And the Bucks are... Oh, the Bucks look like such dirtballs. So the Grizzled Young Vets are putting the Young Bucks on notice. Yeah, he's a creepy vibes. That's why we like Tony. He's so weird. Yeah, right? I don't totally disagree with that. I was just thinking that. Now stop it. Mariah May smoking hot. Yeah, well, that is not untrue. Top 5 ECW wrestlers. Random Skittle. Fair enough. I'd take Spike out of there and put someone else in. Pricks. All right. So the Grizzled Young Vets and the Bucks are not friendly. We warn the Young Bucks. This is interesting. Can GYV help this tag team division that's been laboring? Will we get GYV versus the Bucks? See, I feel like JYV is just going to be another one of the names that get checked off the list. Like the Bucks want to beat them all. We beat the Hardys. We beat Edge. You know, well, they didn't beat Edge, but we beat the Hardys. We beat the, you know, going through the gambit. They bring back old teams. We beat them too. We're good. What the hell happened to the other member of the Aussie Open? Yo, Mark Davis has been hurt for a long time. And he's a hell of a wrestler, but I don't know. Maybe he retired. I don't know. I know he's been out for a hot minute. I'm not quite sure what the injury was, so it's a valid question. I have no idea. He's another one that just MIA forever. How many people on this planet right now are at home collecting a paycheck to not wrestle by Tony Khan? And then listen, I commend the guy. He's like fucking, he's like a charity foundation. How many people are just collecting checks off this man for nothing? Ricochet has not come out yet. I imagine he will be next, as we got about 25 minutes left on the clock. This has been a long show tonight. The woman tonight got 4-minute squash match and a 2-minute promo segment. Man, both companies need to improve. Facts. 100% facts. I still say it. Nobody does it better than NXT. Not in ring, not out of ring, not in presentation, not in overall positioning. NXT is the front runner in women's wrestling, period. There you go. That's great. JYV are already on Rampage. Yeah, that's how we roll. You got to go through the fucking tour. Stupid. You bring in a name, you bring in, oh, it's exciting. Same thing. I think they fucked up an opportunity. Ricochet, big deal, comes back. Why would you not have the internet blown up with pictures of Ricochet sitting on a ladder holding that contract? Why would you not have that moment? Or not on the ladder, on the, I think it was the match. But why would you not have that moment where Ricochet shows up, becomes number one contender? Instead, the story was Ricochet showed up, did some flips, and Christian Cage is now your number one contender. I don't get it. I would highlight it. Why would you not amplify that? You're bringing in your biggest thing, your most talked about anything right now is this big WWE signing. And because you don't want to hurt egos or hurt feelings, they got to go to the back of the line and work their way through Rampage and do side shuffles. Just fucking push them proper. I just had a fucking 20-minute Jericho and Friends match. Help me. You're telling me you couldn't have Grizzled Young Vets on tonight's show? Rampage? Why Rampage? Wouldn't it have Grizzled Young Vets against any 2 of the 8 that were in that match minus Jericho? You couldn't do that? We had to get an 8-man all-star match with no all-stars. No all-stars. Motherfuckers sent the C Squad to the all-star game. Why? Why did that happen? But Grizzled Young Vets, Friday night when nobody's watching, except us, we watch it all. As now we are getting a Takeshita package. Shawn Michaels is a Grizzly veteran. That's accurate. Scorpio Sky's another one. They did a package like a couple weeks ago for Scorpio, and we were like, oh shit, Scorpio Sky's back. And then I don't think he's back. Anybody? Anybody see? Is he still doing his thing? I don't remember seeing him this weekend. I don't know where he's been. GYV are going to be on Rampage. How fucking depressing is that? Could you imagine the WWE have signed the Gorillas of Destiny making their debut on fucking Main Event next Sunday? Like, what the fuck? The fuck are we doing? All Elite Warfare. So Takeshita against Beast Mortis versus Commander versus Lio Rush on Rampage. Oh, this is a tournament match. This is fucked, man. Poor Takeshita. If Takeshita could get out of AEW, man. AEW has the worst rehab system. People are just like, it feels so blatantly obvious that we're watching all these people just milk this guy. I get to sit at home. I get to go on trips. I can hang out with my family. I can do what I want, when I want, how I want. And my bank account is just being fed by a billionaire mark. It is insane. People taking 9, 10, 11, 12 months off. Sprained ankle, out 7 months. What? Say what you will about TK. He's loyal to it. Oh, 100%. He's got a big, big heart at him. I don't fault the guy. And I know I give him a hard time just because I want him to make my wrestling show better. And that's a stubborn, spoiled wrestling fan dynamic. But he seems like the sweetest of guys. He seems like a nice sweetheart. He needs management to help deal with some of this. And that's where I think that Chris Jericho, the Bucks, some others took advantage of a really nice, young mentality, young, because he's my age, a very immature, unknowing guy with an infinite bank account, and they've taken advantage of him. Those are the biggest enemies of AEW. It's not the people criticizing it online. It's not the wrestlers that are in the WWE. It is the people closest to you that are using you, that are forcing you to give them whatever they want because you're too nice to look them in the face and say no. Because you don't want to lose your friends. You don't want to stop being the cool kid, right? This is Richie Rich, and he's doing everything he can to just be like everybody else. But the fact is, if he was Tony Khan, Uber driver, not one of these people would talk to him or know him. He seems like a super nice guy, but that's the facts. And some people have absolutely abused him, and in the process of abusing him, they have decimated this company. They're in front of 1,300 or 1,900 people tonight. 5 years in, that is not a W. You can't crack 850,000 viewers on a Wednesday night anymore. That's not a W. But that's Tony using his heart and not his head. And I don't know if he has the experience or the knowledge to work with his head. So he's leaning on his heart, and his heart's getting him in a lot of trouble. I have no hatred for Tony Khan. The reason why I'm on YouTube doing this show every night is because Tony Khan. It's the way it is. It's because of Cornette, but if Tony Khan didn't do what Tony Khan did, I would have never had a reason to come on here and argue with Jim Cornette, or at least in my head, argue with Jim Cornette. So that's it. I think he's a guy with a vision. I think it's a guy, he's booking what he likes, and he has the mentality of a 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy. That's why the stuff that he thinks, oh, this is so good. It's silly. It's campy. It's childish. All right? He needs better people around him. Yeah, I'm with you. Would you say All In has made All Out a B-level pay-per-view? It makes it feel like an afterthought because they're so close together, Tony. That's my only problem. Is it feels like a bit of an afterthought, but last year I thought All Out was better. By the way, Ricochet and Kyle Fletcher are off and running. Fletcher to the outside. Fletcher back in. Ricochet to the outside. Maybe AEW reminds him of Lucha Underground. They might cut him loose. That's the thing. They're going to cut him loose. It's going to feel a lot more like Lucha Underground. Wow, Fletcher, big tope. Coming in hard. So Tony is basically Trudeau of wrestling. That is beautiful. That is perfect. That's a good way to look at it. Delusional. Immature. Grew up spoiled. All of the above. And no pop for Ricochet. Not much of a pop. This crowd's been dead. I think last week they were in Greensboro, or you guys can remind me. I may be making that up. Nashville, maybe. I don't fucking know. The crowd was live. The crowd was energized. No, last week was Wales. The week before that was Greensboro. The Wales. But if you're going to have these, but how loud could they be? How much pop are you going to get in front of 1,300 people? And this is my question for Ricochet of, you went from, you might have been a mid-card, lower mid-card guy, but at least you were lower mid-card in front of 10,000 people. 1,300, 1,500, 1,900. Ooh. Yeah, Jericho always kills the crowd. Jericho kills the show. I told you, he is the Ted Bundy of ratings. He murders that shit all week long. I'm American. What's a Trudeau? That's the dude that runs this place, kind of. Or pretends he runs the place. WWE and NWO has the same damn problem. They both don't have new viewers. WWE still at 1.8 on a good night, and The Rock will get him 2 mil. AEW still at no. That's inaccurate, Gilly. That is inaccurate. You remember the good days, the 800,000, 900,000, Punk showing up, getting over 1. It used to be. Remember when Jericho was bragging about being the demo god? No, we were so good. No, that's not true. Yes, there hasn't been much fluctuation in the WWE's numbers. All around 1.8 on Raws. SmackDown does better between that 2.3 to 2.5. You'll get spikes with the big names, but they got their fan base locked in. AEW doing sub 800 year 5, that is not growth. And again, the WWE doesn't have the same problem AEW does. WWE, they're locked in. They're global. They're expanding. They know when they go to Netflix, their numbers are going to increase. Their viewership's going to increase. The overall eyes on their product's going to increase. They're good. AEW is a growing company. It's a startup. They're 5 years in. At the 5-year mark of any business you start, the 5-year mark is kind of where you want to be hitting your groove, where you want to kind of figure out where you're at. And right now, when you would expect them to kind of be getting 1.1 million, 1.3. And the argument is, if AEW is as good as everybody who's drank the Kool-Aid says it is, there's 2 million wrestling fans that will tune in on a wrestling show on a Monday or a Friday. Why is there not 2 million showing up on a Wednesday? If your wrestling show's so good, why are you not getting 1.1, 1.2, 1.6? And why is that number progressively getting smaller each year, each month? That's the concern. Not WWE versus AEW, Gilly. AEW versus AEW. Go look at AEW's numbers this year, compare them to last year's and the years before. That's my concern as an AEW fan. That is my problem as an AEW fan. The decline. The ticket sales decline, the merch decline. Those numbers are heading in the wrong direction. By the way, we're in picture. Kyle Fletcher is in control. But the key demo's been getting kicked in the bag as well. The key demo generally consists of about 300,000. And again, if you're making this show to satisfy 300,000 and not looking to expand your audience and not booking away that more than 300,000 people truly, really buy in and give a shit about your product, the company's dead. The only thing that's keeping it alive is the fact that the money behind it is never going to go away. But if that's what he's happy with, if this is this is a billionaire's vanity project, fuck it. All right, we'll be here. But there's concern. We got to be realistic. There's concern. Imagine if Dynamite is about to end and out of nowhere we hear, the Moxley thing just up in the air. Like we're going to get Brian after this match. So we'll see. But we're off and running. Now, keep in mind, this one's interesting because Fletcher just fought MJF, fought Ospreay. Now he's fighting Ricochet. Fletcher and Ospreay was one of the matches of the year. MJF and Fletcher was really good, but not great. Now this match and a quiet crowd. How long till Samantha? Nah, I think she's good where she is. I mean, again, I don't know. I can't speak on her behalf. She's under contract. And again, I think one does not equal the other. I don't. Again, she, especially her job, she goes out and sings and she goes out and, does the announcing in front of 10, 20,000 people, sometimes more, and then go do that same job in front of 1,900. Ooh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. My most anticipated Ricochet match in AEW is Ricochet versus a microphone. Fair enough. That is going to be the biggest test, MDB. As both men down. Okay. Crowd is quiet. There's like 7 kids yelling Ricochet right now. Poor Ricochet. I can't believe he did this to himself. Again, he has his reasons, DJ. And you know what? 2 things. And this is why I completely understand what Ricochet did. And I think there's other people in WWE that might take this risk. Ricochet goes over to AEW, signs for 2-3 years. He knows that in 2 or 3 years, he's still young. He's still young enough. So I think for my money, he knows he had hit a ceiling. Even with Triple H, it would be very hard for him to bypass a lot of talent to get to the top. He comes into AEW, you could push him to the top right away. Under, big kick. Fletcher wobbles. So that's my take on it, is he has a chance to get a better shine. He gets to have a chance to have those memorable matches. Big move by Ricochet. Like the Will Ospreay matches, the 7-star matches. He might never get that opportunity in WWE. And if this doesn't work out in a couple years, go back. They'll take you back. So that's my take on that. The other side of it is, I think there are some athletes that are going to be in a similar boat, that they've just hit that ceiling. Like they're upper mid-card guys, maybe never going to be in that main event position. And if they are, it's small. So they might look at an opportunity to join AEW to kind of go with it. The other reason I think he might have done it is you tell yourself, like, I could be a part, me, Swerve, Ospreay, we could be the part of something really cool. We could be a part of steering this ship in the right direction. And that's happened a lot of times, even with sports, of like, yeah, they sucked, but I can make a difference. We'll find out. The WWE title is more over than AEW World title. Funny as shit. Thank you, Gilly. I tell no lies. I don't know. Now, Callis is on commentary, by the way. Yeah. Yeah, I saw that. Pure wrestling is still a niche. That's why WWE will never be a pure wrestling show. That value is casual audience. Again, I think we make up some definitions sometimes, Richard. And the pure, like, I mean, in the purest sense of it, you're getting like Thatcher and Dempsey, which we've seen kind of in a WWE dynamic. But as far as like what we talk about, like I think you're referring to is more that indie style, work rate style. I think AEW's leaned on the idea of of our matches are better, even though our stories might not be. But I would argue that WWE's given us really outstanding matches, especially on Raw, that would compete with anything we got here tonight. Be honest, like think of the matches we got tonight. So again, it's a bit of a fallacy. It's a bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy that hasn't quite come true. Ricochet off the top. Fletcher boots up. Big boo from Fletcher in the corner. Haluva, if you would. Brainbuster. He books for the sickos. That's the 300,000. And again, when you're a money mark and this is your little pet project and these are just your toys, I guess 300,000 is enough. Commercials are the best part of AEW. Hilarious. If Tony, it's 100%. It's his toy box, his toys. Fletcher off the ropes. Another kick on Ricochet. Match is a little respectfully. If you were interviewing TK right now, I'm sure there's a lot you would tell him. What would you ask him? Listen, we put it out there many times. We put it out there publicly. TK was like, oh, talk to real fans. But he'll never do it because he will just dodge the questions, the real questions. I think the biggest thing I want to ask Tony about is the perception that how does he deal with the perception that the company could be better and he is holding it back? That would be one of the things I would want to know is how does he deal with it? Why does he feel like fans are going out of their way to criticize when there was a time where all we wanted to do was enjoy it? What changed? And we got a 3. Wow, the finish was clunky. 121 likes. We got 169 in the chat right now. So if you haven't hit like yet, make sure you do so. Give us some love, folks. Ricochet picks up a relatively easy win. And like I said, the last 3 matches for Fletcher being or big matches, Ospreay, MJF, Ricochet. Ricochet was the weakest of the 3 matches. Tell me if I'm wrong, folks. I'm all out of love. I'm so lost without you. I'm all out of love. I feel like something's about to happen here, guys. Ricochet's got his back to the ramp and he's exhausted. Yeah, it wasn't a good match. Here we go. We got Ospreay. So we're wasting no fucking time. Oh, hello, old friend. Now here's the fucked up part. You're 2 weeks away from All Out. You bumped Pac out of All In. You have Pac at All Out. You should not be coming out here to talk to Ricochet. You act like Ricochet and Ospreay don't know each other until you're done with Pac. Poor fucking Pac. I hope Pac comes out and jumps with Ospreay. Get him! Get him! Yes! Yeah! Pac says, ask and ye shall receive. How dare you look at another man? That was beautiful. Best part of the night. Don't you dare forget about me. How dare you come out here and look at him? Pac and Ricochet is going to fucking burn as well. I don't like Ricochet's new pants. I can't see. I've been following Ethan Page's career for a long time. I'm so thankful again WWE didn't stay with Tony Khan circus. Again, another example. He got out and he's doing extremely well. Tony Khan could have used Ethan Page in a lot of ways and he didn't. But Ricochet comes up the ramp. Pac runs off. And Ricochet helping Ospreay. That was perfect. The only thing tonight I can say, that was fucking perfect as we go back to Jon Moxley. What is this? keep saying we. Oh, wait a minute! Wait a minute! Is that who I... Hey! So John Moxley has a crew, folks. This is interesting. And that's Shafir, right? Let's go. And they work together. So that's interesting. Is that Becky Lynch? No, it's not Becky Lynch. John Moxley. This is different. Moxley's got my attention. And Marina, you don't know me. Well, Moxley knows you. Moxley and Shafir have worked, like, trained together outside of wrestling, and he speaks very highly of her. That is interesting. And he keeps saying we. Yeah. So Shafir is with Moxley. As Daniel Bryan coming out. Wasn't Shane very big on Marina Shafir back in the underground days? I'll take your word for it. Another Nepo hire. It's true, but she's good. She's come so far. I know she got ripped online for the whole, you don't know me, you know me, the infamous Buffalo promo. But she's outstanding. On the indies, she's one of the most talented women. Her matches are great. This is good. I thought it was Beth Phoenix for a second too, Alex. I hesitated because I thought it was Beth. Then I thought it was Mercedes, not Monet, the other one. Then I thought it was but yeah, and then she turned around. And it was definitely Shafir. Saw red hair from behind. Yeah, Becky Lynch is everywhere. Cameraman down. This is good. This was good. Does it make quite sense? I wouldn't have opened the show. I still would have done the Moxley segment later in the show. Like second or third. That's just me being like to help the show out. But in all fairness, the show never got out of the gates. This is the best the crowd's been the entire show. 2 hours in, and the best cheer comes with 2 minutes left. No, she doesn't. She might have once upon a time. I don't think that's accurate anymore. I've watched her wrestle a lot, Dre. With Shane would be interesting. Shut up. NWO, interesting. They're trying to make Shafir feel bigger, which I don't mind. Hey, they align her with Moxley. It instantly gives her value. It instantly kind of validates her to an extent. As Daniel in the ring, celebrating, got the belt in the air. No, listen, I got to give them flowers when they earn it. And that's the Pac moment was excellent. And I kind of like what's happened with Moxley. I just want to open the show with it. It was a very flat, I'm back. Who's that lady? That is Roddy Strong's wife. Fact. This show still no, it's been boring. That's you've had a 4-minute window of like excitement. You guys watched me for 2 hours, and that was the only thing I popped for in 2 hours. Maybe, I guess so. Maybe they're setting up Mox and Brian, like I said in the pre-show. Richard, they don't tell the story very well. It's like pop-up book, right? Like you just get the scene and you got to figure out what's going on. WWE crowns the American Nightmare. AEW can't help but copy the American Dragon. I disagree with that, Spaz. I disagree with that. Especially because it was months apart. It's not like they rushed to it, my guy. So, yeah, no. Here comes the money. I wish. I hope. Shafir is good. She is good. If you've seen her in GCW, you see her on things like Bloodsport. She has come a long way. So we're getting thank you, Brian Chance. Good old-fashioned superstar rub. Yeah, 100%. And again, it feels fresh. Now, they might not have explained what the fuck is happening, which they don't have to. It is one of the few things in AEW that actually has me guessing right now. Like, what the fuck is he doing? What is he up to? That's good. That's good storytelling. That's good TV. because that always keeps us going. We want to know. Why does he keep saying we? All right, now Shafir's here. Who else is here? My contract expired. We know. The lady in red. Lady in red. I think she is Roderick Strong's wife. She is, Norbert. I thought Statlander. Statlander would have been cool. Shafir is a legit. Like, I know people might have mixed reviews on her wrestling, but she's a legit badass. So it makes sense. It works. It fits. She is a better fit for the BCC than Yuta from the Fresh Bead. It's a start. It is. It's a start. I have a feeling that AEW is going to be a WWEC show on the YouTube channel. I won't go that far. Wow, Renee is going to have lots of questions when she gets home. Ronda to join Marina and Mox. I hope not. I hope not. She sucks. She's absolute garbage, and she should stay away from wrestling. She's fucking horrible. Blamed everyone else for her sucking. Daniel Bryan cutting a good promo. Best promo of the night so far. Yep. Bryan Danielson is the third wrestler to be world champion in WWE and AEW. 4 if you include Samoa Joe. NXT title reign. Fair enough. That's awesome. They're not going to trick me into thinking the show was good. No, the show sucked. You're keeping me awake. Thank you, my friend. I'm trying, Jimmy. I'm trying. Not easy. Yeah, going over time. But not yet. Well, no shit. You got a title match coming up, motherfucker. We're not dumb. Did anybody think he was retiring tonight? Was that a possibility? I'm going to fight. I'm not crying, are you? It's beautiful, man. Best promo of the night. Wow, the last 10 minutes of the show were really good. Pac, Moxley, Bryan. Killed it. Everyone else, you suck. Well, yeah, I mean, he had to win, Ryan. Well, why would he not? What? Ronda in AEW? Ronda in AEW would be an outright fucking disaster. It would be a shit show because she needs the heavy production. She's a horrible promo. She's not a good in-ring competitor. And the first time she gets potatoed by one of these women, you're going to have a real life fucking limb get broken on a Wednesday night. If one of these... Oh, wait a minute! The TNT champion! What is this? Best promo so far. It's been good. Been good. Best part of the show. Jack Perry's confusing, though. Show sucks. A few good moments. It gets 3 stars instead of 2. Daniel. Yeah, no, he's going to retire at Wrestle Dream, I think. Doesn't that make sense? What he, retires in his home state. Danielson versus Nigel McGuinness at Wrestle Dream. Maybe. So Jack Perry, the TNT, why are you not setting up a feud for the TNT champion and the world champion separate? That's the point of a mid-card title. So Jack Perry wants to fight Daniel? Is that where we're going to get it all out? Jack Perry versus Daniel Bryan? Yeah. Uh-oh, we got... Perry from behind! The fuck are we doing? You have all this star talent. Jungle Book Perry. Jack Scary. Yeah, he fucking back. Rouser and her attitude would fit perfect in AEW's locker room. No, she'd fuck some people up, Mr. New. I think she'd fuck some people up. One of the gatekeepers, like a Britt Baker, get mouthy with her or give her some attitude. Snap an arm, snap a finger. This is fucking unexpected, ladies and gentlemen. Bad promo and bad booking for Perry. I thought the promo was good. This doesn't make any sense. So you're setting. Remember, I said at All In, I said Darby was going to win the belt, and it would be title versus title. And Nick and everyone in the chat, not everyone, a lot of people were like, "Well, they won't do title versus title." Oh, they're going to do title versus title. They're just not going to do it with Darby, which Darby would have been better. Jack Perry, I guess, is going to fight Daniel Bryan. Ladies and gentlemen, Dynamite is off the air. That is the end of the show, folks. Get in the chat. If you don't know, we take a rating out of 10 at the end of every single show. I see almost 180 people still here with me. That is incredible. I thank all of you for joining us on this wonderful hump day. Remember, Friday Junior tomorrow, we are live at 8 p.m. for all the previews. We're going to preview Emergence, No Mercy, and Bash of Berlin. We're going to talk about it all. Friday, we have the mega stream. Saturday, we're here for Bash of Berlin. Sunday, we're here for No Mercy. But get your ratings out of 10 in that chat. How did you feel about the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? Let me know. This one was flat as a fucking pancake for me. And I would love to go toe to toe with like a JD or anyone like that, or a Meltzer or a Tony or a Jericho, because I want them to convince me why that was a good show. I want them to look me in the face and tell me, without insulting my intelligence, that everything is great. Coming off the heels of All In, you have a chance to kind of reset. We knew we were getting Garcia. We knew we were getting MJF in that feud. Fair enough. The segment was meh. Because, again, not that many people are invested in Garcia. Nobody views him as a viable contender against MJF. Nobody's assuming he's even going to win. Jack Perry, how do we feel? How do we feel about Jack Perry being the person that is going to challenge? Why are you not setting up Jack Perry versus Daniel Garcia? Somebody else. Like, there's Daniel Garcia's spot. You want Daniel Garcia to fight somebody? Fight him for the TNT title. Why is the TNT title mixed into the world title right now, of all times? I can't imagine that Jack Perry is going to beat Bryan unless you're trying to set up Jack Perry Darby again for the titles. That's stupid. I don't get this. I don't get it. I'm not excited about it. Sure, Daniel Bryan's going to get a good match out of Jack Perry. Jack Perry's not a shit wrestler. And with Daniel Bryan's storytelling, it's not going to be terrible. But let's be real, folks. Is anybody fucking thrilled with all the names you have on this roster and the music hits, and it's Jack fucking Perry taking on Danielson? KJ, the keys of the business are storytelling, just like Liv and Dom. They've been on Twitter number 1, 2, 3 all day since Fox News had a good write-up on the couple. Again, that's all it is. It's use every means possible to get where you're going, to use every opportunity you can to sell the narrative. And I think too many people in AEW, it's just a game. Like, you have to blur that line. You have to kind of make it matter. And again, it is about the stories. And for the fans out there that tell me, for the certain AEW truists and apologists that say you don't need the story, your best story led to your best match. The storytelling between Swerve and Danielson, you love it so much because of the story they told. And the fans kind of, shoot themselves in the foot there, right? They can only go so far by denying it. It's right there in front of them. This should have started the show. I agree. I 100% agree. That should have started the show. Segment 3, I would have had the Moxley moment. And I probably would have done it on the ramp with Tony. And I wouldn't have had him come out of the crowd because the crowd was confused. They didn't know what to do. The music was different. He looked different. He was acting different. And the fans were just like, we're supposed to be dancing right now and cheering. What do we do? So if he would have came down the ramp, that would have only symbolized even more a change. I admit, Moxley was my second favorite part of the show. Was any match good tonight? Anybody? Ishii, Hangman Page was slow, long, and boring. The 8-man All-Star match was awful. Should have never been booked. It was fucking dope. Sarcasm can't always pick it up. Everyone in AEW has 2 championships. Everybody and their fucking uncle has 2 belts. It's fucking embarrassing. Where's Kenny? Kenny's still recovering. Kenny's still not healthy. Kenny's another guy sitting on the shelf. Unfortunately. Do we get Ospreay, Pac versus Ricochet? A three-way? I don't know. I think one after the other. I think you would be spoiling Ospreay, Ricochet, or Pac, Ricochet if you do a triple threat first. Because you're going to do a lot of the same shit in the triple threat that they're going to do in the one-on-one. You have to keep them apart until you're ready for that one-on-one. And you know what? Pac nailed that tonight. That was perfect. I was calling for it. I was hoping for it. You're supposed to be fighting me. And you're coming out here playing fucking winky face with the guy in the ring? Fuck you. And Pac nailed it. That's exactly what Pac should have done. 7, Tony Khan can be lazy, Booker sometimes. I don't know if he's lazy. I just don't think he knows any better. I think he's naive. He's booking to his mentality. He's childish. So like when Tony Storm and Mariah May are all running around kissing each other, he giggles. He gets off on that shit. He's kid-like. 5 out of 10. Kenny still in rehabilitation. Yeah, still recovering from diverticulitis, and I have no idea what the status is. What about Christian Cage and Darby getting a title shot? Yeah, Christian Cage still unexpected. Didn't see that coming. Again, we'll see how that plays out. I don't know what they're going to do. Now I have a feeling like Darby might. I don't know. I really don't know. The title picture, because of all the number one contenders, is a bit of a clusterfuck. And the last person I expected to see was Jack Perry. Imagine CM Punk help Daniel Bryan's win in Lucha Libre. Yeah, I guess so. 10 out of 10. 4. I think the 10 out of 10 had to be a joke. 4. That felt flat. The whole thing was flat. Never moved. Never had an uptick. Nothing exciting. What was the big pop? My big pop today was Pac, right? Then I thought Shafir aligning with Moxley, and Moxley has me scratching my head. Like, what is this? That goes. And then what else? Don't worry, I'll wait. Yeah, what else? 4 out of 10. And the end. Brian cuts him crazy promo. Disappointing that it's Jack Perry that beats him up. I don't give a fuck. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 3 out of 10. 2 out of 10. 5. My score tonight, I'm going to go, I'll give him 4.5. Bonus mark for Marina Shafir. But yeah, to me, tonight is a fail. They did not adequately build on the momentum of the show. And when we started this show tonight, folks, I said it's a quick turnaround to All Out. So I expect them hammer down tonight. I expect brawls and chaos and energy. They took the crowd out of it in the opening segment, and they never got the crowd back. The show was boring. It was uninspired. It was walking through the motions. It was not good. It did not achieve well tonight. 4 out of 10. 6.5 out of 10. 3 out of 10. Good promos, bad wrestling. Sounds like old WWE. 3 out of 10. 5 out of 10. Horrible show. 0.22 out of 10. 4 out of 10. So Pac is fighting for the international title, and Jack is fighting for the AEW title. Fuck the TNT title and the Trios title division, I guess. I don't know. It's a fucking clusterfuck. 4 out of 10. TK Marcus Stun on the yeah, coming soon. Perry should dye his hair and confused again. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. 5 out of 10 from ABJ. I like the Mariah May segment. Mariah May was good. Yeah, I bet you did. Now that I think about it, you son of a bitch. Jack Perry sucks. So boring. He's better as a Jungle Boy. Not every wrestler. I don't mind the scapegoat, and I don't mind his attitude. I didn't mind the pre-tape. I just don't think he should be the guy stepping up. You have so much talent on your roster. Why is it Jack Perry? Why is there not a separate feud for the TNT title? Why is it not Jack Perry versus somebody and Danielson versus somebody? Like, that is what I don't get. Why are we mixing the titles? Like, it doesn't make sense. Jack Perry, not for me, for a title shot. Jack has done nothing to get the shot. Again, it is the nepotism. It is the friendships. It's who Tony likes, not who's good for business. That's it. Right? On one show, you know, your IC title is Braun Breaker. Your world title is Gunther. On the other show, it's LA Knight and Cody. And then on this show, it's Jack Perry and Danielson. It just doesn't feel the same, guys. It doesn't feel the same level. Good night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to say last call. I see quite a few here. So last call on the chat. I will continue to ramble and click down. I appreciate everybody for being with me tonight, keeping me company as we did crazy numbers in this chat tonight. Christian's going to be the world champion. I'm telling you right now. Christian will turn that contract into a title belt, I think. The only thing interested was the Mox. Yeah, Moxley's got, shockingly, Moxley had me intrigued. Holy shit, wow, KJ, this Mox thing is interesting. It is, Danny. It is. Got me intrigued. 5 out of 10, 2 out of 3. Fair enough. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. The biggest talking point tonight was potentially Shane McMahon joining AEW. Is that a problem? Yeah, probably. It means we talked about this the other night when the AEW fans are consistently talking about Ricochet's coming. Ricochet's coming. Oh, Ospreay's going to come. Okada's coming. Oh, now maybe Becky Lynch. Oh, maybe Shane. That sounds like somebody desperate. Like if we only get this really good player, we could win the championship. And that's what it feels like. It feels like hopeless desperation of like, if we get all the people, then eventually what you're telling me by that desire to get everybody is you're not confident in what you do have. And that's disappointing. Outwardly, you would tell us all the time how great they are, but realistically, you're always trying to replace them. So much for the ratings. What ratings? Yeah, no shit. 5 out of 10, 5 out of 10. No Swerve after he won the title. No Swerve after he lost the title. I feel bad for Swerve. Moxley is the only member of the BCC without a title. Facts. Dun, dun, dun. 133 likes. We appreciate it. If you haven't hit like yet, please do so. Big K or KJ White, Big Nick, Kevin Gibbs, Wrestling for Life, all the stars. We appreciate it. We do. Wrestling for Life over everybody. Well, on that wonderful note, or on those wonderful notes, ladies and gentlemen, that was AEW Dynamite tonight. That was another show. Very interesting. I will take one last chance to remind everybody, go get your t-shirts. We want these to blow up. If you see us on Instagram or on X and you see the little call out for these shirts, please retweet, please put on your stories, please share with the world. We want to sell at least 100 t-shirts. I want 500, but we'll start with 100. Please help us. This is for a great cause. It is truly going directly. Every penny of profit is going directly to the North American World Literacy Foundation, and we are we're looking forward to making all the money in the world. And you guys all know how I feel. If you don't know how I feel about Meltzer, there's a 17-minute video that you can go check out when you're done listening to me tonight. But that is it. We are back tomorrow. We got the preview shows for all 3 shows on the week, or 3 of the shows on the weekend. Friday, the mega stream. Saturday, we are heading towards the pay-per-views. Bash of Berlin, No Mercy. We got so much coming your way, folks. We are so excited here at the channel. We're going to try out some other shows. We got some other tricks up our sleeves, and we're going to bring in some more content. So make sure you be a friend. Tell a friend. Happy hump day. I hope everyone gets some rest. Friday Junior tomorrow. And until then, I'll see you on the flip side.